So here's one way to define SUMList. So it's a procedure that takes in one input, and we'll name the input p as the name for our parameter. And I tend to use p as the name for a list. There's no really good reason for that. I don't want to use the letter L because L looks too much like a 1. I don't want to use M, N, or O because M and N are used usually to represent numbers, and O looks too much like a 0. So the first good letter to use after L is P. Of course, you could use any name you want for your parameter name. To define SUMList, we're going to introduce a variable to keep track of the sum so far. Let's call that result. And initially, the value of the result is 0. Next, we'll use a for loop to go through the elements. So we're going to go through the elements of p. Each time we execute the block of the for loop, the value of e will be the current element of p, and we'll go through the loop once for each element of p in order. So what we want to do is add that value to result. When we get to the end of the for loop, that means we've gone through all the elements, and we should return the result. Let's try this in the Python interpreter. So we've defined SUMList. Let's try running it. We do get the value 12. What do you think would happen if we run SUMList like this, passing in the empty list? The answer is we get the value 0, which is what we expect, right? The sum of no elements is 0. And if we look at the code, that's exactly what happens. Initially, we set the result to 0. The for loop goes through all the elements of p, but if there are no elements of p, it doesn't execute at all. And so we go to the next statement, which returns the result, which has the value 0.